Well, tonight we celebrate our friend, Karen Larsen's final broadcast before retirement. For more than 40 years, viewers across the country and viewers right here in Tulsa, Karen, have welcomed you into their homes.
That's right, and in a way only our Karen would do. This evening she welcomes all of us into her home for a walk down memory lane on a career and a life that is legendary.
Good evening, I'm Karen Larsen. Glad to have you with me tonight. I'm Karen Larsen. You're watching 2 News at 10. I'm Karen Larsen. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Karen Larsen.
From the bright lights of the studio to live breaking news scenes,
The neighbors all standing outside watching to see.
Karen Larsen's always been a calm, caring, trusted voice for Tulsa.
And I've always tried to bring our viewers the news with compassion and clarity and professionalism. That's always been my goal, is to do it right.
She's guided us through the tough times,
Nothing is the same here in Morris.
shined a light on magical moments,
One woman described it as God's wonder combined with science.
taken us to faraway lands, always making us Oklahoma proud.
Tulsa,
Do I get a hug?
our home state.
And this award-winning journalist who's touched countless lives remembers the life-changing moment when it all began.
I was 16.
When she first stepped into a newsroom, tagging along with her dad, meeting a friend at KGO-TV in San Francisco.
And I literally got goosebumps when I walked in the door. And I turned to my father and I said, Dad, I don't know what I want to do, but this is where I want to work.
And she never looked back. Karen has spent more than 40 years working in TV, 37 of those in Tulsa, with nearly 30 years here at 2.
That's amazing to me, because I look at some of the pictures and things like that and I think, where did those years go? Well, they were built story by story, newscast by newscast.
Her first newscast in Palm Springs, California.
And now, here's Karen Carlson.
Good evening in our news. I will never forget, July 2nd, 1982, 117 degrees.
She started as a reporter who anchored Saturday nights.
And I was holding my scripts and my hands were shaking. You could see my hands shaking. And I said, more trouble in an already troubled Middle East. And that was my first line ever.
Karen's star quickly rising, she skyrocketed from small town market 182 to the top 20 city of Sacramento. There, the reporter and weekend anchor discovered she could make a difference.
This was the first time that I ever actually got to help someone. I connected a family through this disaster. And so knowing that our work can make that kind of an impact, I was hooked.
And she was going places. In June 1987, Karen transferred to Tulsa for her first main anchor position.
I remember driving down Riverside Drive, and I looked at the person that I was with and I said, this is a beautiful city. What a great place to raise a family. And I had no idea that that would be so prophetic, that I would end up making my life here.
She made her Green Country debut on KOTV.
Good evening, I'm Clayton Vaughn.
And I'm Karen Carlson.
And I would like to welcome Karen, not only to KOTV, but to Tulsa and to Oklahoma, because she comes to us from California.
That's right, Clayton, and I'm very, very happy to be here.
From there, Karen launched KTUL's morning show.
Good morning, Oklahoma. Welcome to our new program. It's 6 o'clock and 72 degrees in Tulsa.
In the middle of tracking down stories, Karen's own love story unfolded. And would you believe she first met Dennis Larsen at a TV station?
From that moment when I first shook her hands in the studio and we first introduced ourselves to each other, to that first date, it was just life-changing.
So we had our first date and we had our first kiss. And from that first kiss, I knew he was the one.
They married 15 months later.
I look at her some mornings and I just can't believe that I am married to her.
The Larsens had 3 children, Garrett, Aaron, and Micah, in about 5 years. Karen was taking a year off to care for her babies when the phone rang in May of 1996.
Jerry Weber called me out of the blue and said, any chance you want to get back into TV? And I said, Jerry, you're the answer to a prayer. And that's how I ended up at 2.
She arrived at KJRH as a morning anchor, but was quickly promoted to evenings, where she's been ever since.
Glad you're joining us tonight. I'm Karen Larsen.
From the front lines of crisis,
Tulsa police say the first shots fired call came in just before 5. Within 3 minutes, officers are responding and entering the Natalie building here.
to tornado-torn towns.
This all hit last night just before 10, devastating businesses, homes, and taking a life.
To interviewing the big newsmakers and celebrities with friends in low places.
I don't know how it gets better now.
My favorite part about the job has been helping people, and sharing information with people that matters, that makes a difference. I've gotten letters and emails from women who say, you know, if you hadn't told me about that, I wouldn't have found out that I have cancer.
A community champion, Karen's given her time and talent to thousands of events helping to raise millions.
Our station actually brought Race for the Cure here to Tulsa, so I did that for many years with my mom before she passed away from breast and uterine cancer, and it was just such a family thing. We took the kids, we always involved the kids.
Always willing to go the extra mile, Karen's work has reached well beyond our newscasts. Her award-winning documentaries on shaken baby syndrome, school safety, and cancer are used around the state and the nation. She's not an anchor looking for accolades, though. How many Emmys do you have?
My newscasts have won 10. I have 2 regional Murrows and a national Murrow. So yeah.
That is incredible.
Thank you. I never did it for that.
No, she did it because she cares.
I covered the both Moore EF5 tornadoes and the Joplin tornado and the Claremore tornado. And when you meet people in the middle of that chaos and you can show others what's happening, those are the stories that I'm always going to remember.
Stacks of magazines and newspaper clippings celebrate Karen and hail her as the best of the best. The Tulsa legend, beloved by viewers and us all.
Awesome working with you. I'm telling you, you were like the glue. You kept it all together.
You always put other people ahead of yourself, and it's shown in your relationships in the newsroom and certainly at home and with your friends like me.
Clark Powell was one of my morning show co-hosts back in the day. He says, Karen, I'll never forget you, who you are, what you stood for, and what you meant to me. Karen, thank you. I've enjoyed every moment I've worked with you, and I know I'm better for it. So, yeah.
We all are better for working with you. Because Karen is more than our anchor. She's the heart and soul of our newsroom. What will you miss the most about this job?
First and foremost, I will miss the people. Because as I look at you, and I look at Dennis Meister over here, who's one of the first photographers that I work with, that's going to be the hardest part. Because when you have friendships that go beyond just a few years, and they've lasted for decades, that's very hard to walk away from.
But on the other side, these smiling faces are waiting. The ones who call her sweetheart and mom and Kiki.
3 grandchildren in less than 2 years, and now we're having our 4th in January. And I'm so excited. I cannot tell you how wonderful it is to be Kiki. That's everything to me now.
You've been an incredible wife, but more than that, you are the foundation of our home. The children could not have asked for a better mother, and that speaks volumes to how much love that you've always brought into the relationship. So if anyone has earned the right to be retired and to be a full-time grandmother, it's you, sweetheart.
Congrats, Mama. I'm really proud of you. I think that you hung the moon and you can do anything in this world that you set your mind to.
We love you so much, and we're so excited for you to start this next chapter, and it's going to be so fun.
We're looking forward to you coming and taking care not of just your grandbabies or granddogs, but also your future grandsons.
In the scrapbook of life, Karen Larsen's done it all and done it exceptionally well. You were to talk to that 16-year-old in that newsroom the first day. Did she make the right decision?
I would definitely say you made the right choice. No regrets. None. Ever.
And as this Tulsa legend shifts from anchoring the evening news to living on Kiki time.
I love you, Kiki. I love you, Kiki.
She's grateful for her seat at the table and the sweet life ahead.
It was my honor to do that and to be there always.
We love you.
We absolutely do.
You all so very, very much. Julie, that story, amazing.
We are going to let Karen take a breath, and we are going to hear from her right after the break.
Karen, what a career. Just, wow.
I am so blessed. I truly am. And Julie, I have to thank you first and foremost.
Yeah.
Can we just give Julie a round of applause? Oh my gosh.
Wonderful.
You know, I asked Julie when I made the decision to retire if she would be the one to tell my story. And we have been friends for so very, very long. And she has been the treasure in my life and a ray of sunshine in this newsroom. And I cannot thank you enough. No one could ask for a better story of their life than that.
Well, you're welcome, and what a career you have had, over 40 years in news. I know this wasn't an easy decision.
It really wasn't, you know, but when you see, you know, your family, you move on. But I just want to say to my current team members, my former team members, so many who have reached out with your help and said such kind things, you're the ones who made this all possible, that teamwork, being together, from our management team to our reporters, producers, all. You all make a difference, and we can't do it without each other, our engineers, everybody. Can't. Oh, it's a team effort.
And I know you were talking about the viewers also earlier in the newsroom.
You know, we meet our viewers, we hear from you at home, but will you permit me to just say thank you? Thank you for letting me be in your home and for turning on 2 every day. And please keep watching 2, because this is why you should watch every day.